Perks of having a girlfriend. They give you reasons to wake up hella early. So this morning I was up super early because I had to drive my girlfriend from her oil change to work. And it's 8:30 right now. I got home about 7:45, and I just got ready a little bit. No, it doesn't look like it, but I did. And then I ate breakfast and was watching some YouTube videos while eating breakfast. And I just finished uploading my broker tapes video. I let it upload overnight, and then this morning I put the description and all the tags in and such. Chose the thumbnail, etc. But now I'm just gonna get to work on uploading more videos. I'm behind 3, I think, broker tapes videos. So I'm gonna knock those out here in the morning. Hopefully all done, finished, and uploaded by noon. We'll see though. Some quick breaking news. The United States and China officially just closed their borders. And in terms of local Omaha, Nebraska, so Douglas County and Sarpy County, no gatherings of more than 10 individuals are going to be allowed. There are several exceptions like public transit, office buildings, apartment complexes, obviously, but no events, seminars, etc. Coronavirus. Oh, and stocks are down by like 6% about already this morning, and it is 10 o'clock Central Time. Good thing I bought some yesterday. I'm stupid. Guys, the world is ending with the stupid coronavirus. Oh my gosh. Check this out, by the way. Ooh, isn't that cool? That shows just how much of an alcoholic I am. Just kidding. That's a collection from 5 or 6 years ago. Gosh, shout out to my old friend Nick. You know who you are. I hope you're in California by now. That was always your goal. But he filled about half that damn thing by himself. One time we heard him crack open a beer before work at like 5:30 in the morning. Oh, I can't believe that guy. I love him. I miss you, bud. Yo, the new Apple iPad looks fire and it floats. I really want one, but I have no money because I invested all of it because the stock market is still crashing. It's down like 6 points, or 6%, excuse me, about today. Good news, I found a place that's actually still open, so I will be trying to schedule more one-to-ones in the near future just because the city's shut down. Doesn't mean that I should stop networking, and I should not use that as an excuse. Flagship Commons, well, all of Westroads actually, is still open as of right now, the time of this video. Hopefully it still is because I just rescheduled a one-to-one to there. Tomorrow afternoon. What else? Oh, I wanted to touch base with you guys and say networking is great, but something that I've been trying to focus on a little more is still technically networking, but it's connective networking. I like to call it. That's not a real thing probably, but so what I did was I connected a realtor friend of mine who I actually interviewed for Project 402. He is he's a Keller Williams agent at the time of this video. I don't foresee him changing that. His name is Marty Hosking. His interview on Project 402 is amazing. You guys need to check that out if you like Omaha or care about Omaha, Nebraska at all, and just changes in real estate trends. But I connected him to a good buddy of mine, Joey Sears. He's in Crazy Sock Crew. Cue the logo. And he he does video work. He is the owner of Strong Cover Productions, I believe is the name. And then cue his business card. But he had a great idea. He said, I've seen a couple of these videos recently on YouTube, mostly from other states, other cities. And they just use these cool lifestyle videos and these cool like flyover shots of listings of real estate properties for sale or for rent. And he goes, man, I really want to get connected to some cool realtors that have lots of listings in town. So I connected those two. Because Joey is actually new to town, he just moved to Omaha less than a year ago, and he's already very involved, which I love. I connected with him actually at the Young Republicans meeting a couple months back. But because he's new to town, he's willing to do that work pro bono for a little while. And so that is free videos and free marketing and free advertising for the realtor. And it honestly will just show some cool footage of Omaha and different homes that our city offers. So I am very excited and very happy to make that connection. I'm trying to be better about that, about connecting two people together who can jive and create some cool business opportunities. It's the lunch hour. Just ran to grab my girlfriend from work and take her to pick her car up from the oil change. I'm such a good boyfriend. She's so lucky. No, she's very appreciative. It's 12, just before 12:15. I'm just about home. Gonna grab some food myself. I need to eat some lunch and then I'll get back to editing videos. I have one left to upload today, and then I should probably read, honestly. I'll probably continue to read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, my book of the month for March. Okay guys, so I wanted to update you kind of on a personal aspect of my life again here. Again, I want this vlog, or this series, this show, to be kind of a well-rounded, just look into my life and look into my daily activities. So recently I've been reading this amazing book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It is just a little after 5:30, and I finished reading the foreword, I guess, the overview of the book, the prologue, if you will, and then I just finished reading Habit 1. And I want to share kind of some key takeaways from that with you real quick. Habit 1 was, I believe be proactive. There are several different things I took away from that, and I wanted to actually put them on the screen now for you, and just kind of go a little bit more in depth on a couple of them in particular. The first is that we actually have the ability to choose our perspective on literally everything. And there's a quote here from page, looks like 97 in my copy, and it says, "Happiness, like unhappiness, is a proactive choice." Now that's kind of controversial in this day and age, especially in regards to the mass spreading, I guess, or the not commercialization, I don't know the right word, but I don't know, the commonality of mental illness nowadays. Personally, I take a pretty aggressive and unpopular stance on this, but I think more and more people are just dealing with bereavement or grief or a big loss or a big failure, and they call it depression. Now, don't get me wrong, I know there is true depression where there's rewiring that's done in your brain that forces you to not be happy and not enjoy the things that you used to enjoy and not have any motivation to do anything. But I think a lot of people nowadays just kind of let things outside of their circle of influence impact them and harpen and beat down their mood, and then they say that they're depressed. But in reality, we can choose to be happy. We can change our perspective. You know, if you lose your job, you can say, great, now I can go pursue my passion, or now I can find a job that aligns more with my core values. I don't know. So I think that people need to realize more that happiness is a choice, and you can kind of think your way out of these sad states. Again, not to knock on anyone that does have real mental illnesses. Obviously, I do believe that those exist and that many people have those, but for the overwhelming majority of people out there, I would say they're just kind of sad or just going through a rough patch. And I think it's very easy to get down on yourself in those dark times, instead of digging deep, finding more motivation, finding courage, just taking the first step and starting to turn your life around. It's much easier to say, woe is me, and kind of wallow in self-pity. Another really cool takeaway from that chapter that I enjoyed was they mentioned the serenity prayer. I almost said generosity prayer. Don't remember that one. But the serenity prayer is the prayer used. It's also known as the Alcoholics Anonymous prayer, apparently. At least that's what they call it in the book. But it goes like this: grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So that was cool. That was a good flashback towards my time in grade school, at my Catholic grade school, and my Jesuit high school. Both of those were brought up, and I had those memorized. That's only a part of it, I believe. I think there's a whole other version of the prayer, if I'm not mistaken. But just really puts you back in your place and reminds you that you can't influence everything. People's decisions, people's actions, are outside of your circle of influence, yet they still impact you. The only thing you can choose is how you're going to react and respond to their choices. So acknowledge the things you can change and have the courage to change them. Accept the things you can't change, and then have the mental know-how and the intelligence to know the difference. That's a wrap for today's video, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today was a monumental update, I guess, for the coronavirus. Douglas County has officially declared a state of emergency, and so, what do they say? 10 people still, no more than 10 people can gather. Mandatory shutdown of bars and restaurants. It's happening, folks. Quarantine is officially here. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. See you guys tomorrow.